it. Drum roll. Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. Good afternoon, people. They're singing my song in the chat. Frank Matthews said, let's get to that. This gotta be the fastest person I ever kicked out of here. This nigga didn't make it past the 40-second mark. Kicked out for life. How you feel about that? See, mustard, doggy say you ain't good in Philly. Dude, I was just at a basketball game in the park in Philly with the N1 mixtape All-Stars. They were screaming my name on the microphone. I was taking pictures, man, and receiving all sorts of adoration. Don't believe no stupid shit like that. I got footage. It's on the channel. It's on the channel. What up? Piff 44. He said, Meek has one flow. He said, it don't matter what Meek rap about or nobody listening. With all of that publicity from the situation with D1, nobody still didn't buy that shit, man. I don't know whether he waited too long or what. I don't know. He said, why you say it flopped? I didn't say it flopped. It didn't sell well. He only sold like 35,000 copies in the first week. He said it wasn't a proper marketing on the album. And it's a joint with Officer Ricky. D-Stew. I already dropped 30 on that whole situation. On that, but I have to give you a footnote. I have to. Y'all like the video. It ain't enough for y'all in here this afternoon. Oh, I got knittage. What color you want? You know they're around. This on the site too. This is my snapback fashion bomb couture joint. South Beach pink. A lot of y'all got this last summer and shit, but yeah, it's still on the site. Just thought I'd switch it up a little bit, but let Rick Ross tell it they got the #1 album on iTunes. 35K is great. It was independent. King Pootie, gotcha. What's your thoughts on Jada Pinkett Smith? I uploaded a trailer. Proceeding. It's gonna be fireworks in the next couple of months. It's gonna be real nasty in Black Hollywood. The next couple of months, I'm telling you. She dropped her book. Now Bilal's book is coming out in December. He's doing interviews. It's gonna get real sticky. I know you paying attention to your algorithm on YouTube. Ain't you seeing a lot of them names more? Jada Pinkett, Dwayne Thomas, Tisha Campbell, Will Smith. Don't you see it coming? It's coming. I remember when Doggy Diamonds talked about Robert. Oh man, let's not do that. Make sure you go check out the Donald DeFreeze joint. I was telling y'all he was coming when I had on that red, black, and green bucket hat. That's Donald DeFreeze. He said 35K is kind of low for two Titans like they are. I'm not trying to kick dirt on them, but I just said that it didn't do well. Jada making a fool out of Will. She was the one that needed to be smacked. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He around. He on Pillmatic too. I got a text message yesterday from Yuck Mouth, and he said, you shouldn't have zapped her. You shouldn't have zapped him, man. You gotta let me get my shit off a little bit. My shooter's on y'all ass. I damn. He said the remix of Kobe and Shaq. You can use Dame Dollar's verse for some content. I like the song. The album just didn't do it. Didn't move the radar. But anyway, I got a text message from Yuck Mouth yesterday, and he was saying, Doggy Diamonds wants to talk to you. Whack 100 got some business for you. Got some business, got some play for you, or something like that. Nigga, I don't need no fucking plays from Whack 100. I don't need no fucking plays from Whack 100. You on Twitter talking about some, you was bringing me some business. I don't want no fucking business from Whack 100, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What part don't you guys understand? That nigga don't feed me. He don't feed me. I'm not thrilled at the news of him. He's bad news. Even with his bank book, he's bad news. Just the mention of his name. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want nothing to do with it. He said, Gully Norfolk with you. Type of shit is that? He thought that I was gonna be attracted to that, or I was gonna be thrilled. Nigga, that's what fuel you niggas. Y'all the ones this nigga playing with them niggas like a motherfucker, man, running around doing these little punk ass Haitian Jack tactics and shit, trying to act like he a fixer or something, like you got connections and shit like that. Man, you can't help me out, man. What the fuck is you talking about? You got some business for me. You tell that shit to them slow niggas, man, like Doggy Diamonds and them, trying to attach yourself to some fucking body. The fuck is you? Type of shit is that? You got business. He got some bit. Yeah. Trying to cut into a motherfucker and shit. Nigga, me and you ain't got nothing in common. Zero. Zero. I seen the shit that you, yeah, Haitian Jack tactics and shit. Trying to cut into a motherfucker. Nigga, we can't talk about nothing. Don't ask nobody to fucking call me. This clown acting like he reaching out to. And ultimately, what happens is this. I end up, me and Doggy end up in a confrontation. And this goofy motherfucker out in California laughing about it. See, you open yourself, you leave yourself vulnerable to shit like that when you fucking with a nigga like this. You feel me? Yeah. The fuck out of here. He thought that line was gonna work for me. Nigga, you ain't gonna make my life better or nothing like that. Nigga, I'm getting busy already. Go tell that shit to somebody who doing bad. That's good news to somebody who doing bad. I got some nigga. Do you know how much nigga just booming the fuck up out of my trunk worldwide? Can't be serious. after he didn't already talk bad to you. Talking about it was some business. Nigga, you can't help me in no business. You got your cash app posted. Running around here doing promo for $100. He need to help you. He need to help you, nigga. You can't give me no business advice. You can't help me get my dribble right or nothing like that. I'm already over here getting busy. Yo, don't you know? Can't you detect the desperation on a nigga who only want $100 for promo? He got damn near 300,000 subscribers. This nigga's a crumb snatcher and shit. Come on, man. Go that away. You ain't whack. You ain't whack. The fact that you fuck with him, that just tells what type of person you are and shit like that. I don't want nothing to do with the nigga. Fuck you and your bankroll, nigga, your checkbook and all of that. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. Motherfuck you, nigga. I'm straight. You want to do something for me? Go to your ass to the website and put one of these knits on your bald ass head. That's what you can do. Fuck is wrong? Nigga talking about this nigga's a Cash App case. Don't trust nobody who got their Cash App posted. Motherfuckers hit me up talking about some doggy diamonds it went in on you. I don't even know this nigga. I don't even know this nigga. And he don't fucking know me. You know what I'm saying? I told this nigga back in the summertime, I don't fuck with Whack 100. You shouldn't fuck with Whack 100. Just before he was telling you to suck his dick and your mama to eat a dick, and just before he said all of that to you in public. And you got the nerve to fashion a rebuttal for me? The fuck is wrong with you, man? Shoot. Get your shit off, bum nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit off. Do what you gotta do, bum. Talking about Whack one like this nigga Santa Claus or something. Do for self, boy. I was born and raised in the Nation of Islam. Do for self. Don't ever forget Elijah Muhammad's message. I was born and raised on that shit. Nigga talking about he had some play for me. The fuck is you talking about? You know how many commodities I sell, nigga? The fuck out of here, man. Everybody ain't pretending and shit. Got some play for me. They got some business for me. I'm the motherfucker doing business. That's why you trying to cut into me. The fuck out of here, nigga. Clubhouse tactics. I don't even be on there and shit. I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing to do with you niggas. You scrubs. This nigga, he ain't his channel demonetized. How the fuck you giving out business advice? How you? You can't be serious, man. This is wrong. This is wrong. It's like James Harden telling LeBron, "I can help you win a title." Oh shit! This nigga is I don't know what the fuck to call this nigga, man. Anything you said directed at me is laughable. Laughable. Nigga, you used to be fat. You used to be fat, so we already know what your body looked like, Marshmallow Boy. I ain't gonna trade no more insults, man, because you fat and you went through, you went through that. So it's dead. It's like a jock talk. It's like a jock talking to a nerd and shit. There's nothing else to be said, doggy. And you ain't got no goddamn diamonds. You ain't wore no diamonds in the history of you being in media. Ain't nobody ever seen your ass on no ice. Talking about your name, Doggy Diamonds. Fucking with the dribble. I'm the one that's been telling niggas to get their dribble right. Talking about you got some business for me. The fuck this nigga can help me? Ain't he trying to do a Haitian Jack project? I did that shit 5 years ago. How the fuck you gonna help me, nigga? I'm a trailblazer. Fuck out of here. TheRealDribble.com. TheRealDribble.com. Go over there and get knitted up. Talking about he gonna help somebody. Nigga need to go help his motherfucking self to a new upload. Hey yo. I'm done with that. Go over to the Dribble podcast and listen to some of the latest uploads. These niggas don't even be doing no work trying to compete with a motherfucker. That's why you a nigga little man on Clubhouse dick riding, talking about you reaching out to me for this nigga. Told you I don't like this nigga back in the summertime. Told you not to fuck with him. Why would anyone want to do business with Wag? What business? He ain't got no goddamn business. If the album flop, I'm not surprised the subject matter been completely the same since they came out. I liked the single though. I was thinking with all of the publicity that they got from the situation with D1, that it would have sold a lot of records and shit. The world is a big place, but that's all it allegedly sold between 30 and 35,000. That shit already gone, man. He said Gully is a certified convict. He can spread a predator around a mile away. That's 100% where I got the fucking. That's 100% where I got the motherfucking vision from and shit. Yo, creep ass niggas be trying that shit in jail. They be trying booty bandit tactics and shit. Like, I don't know him. Introduce me to him. Motherfucker come up, man, get the fuck out of here, man. What's wrong with you? Seen cats in Brooklyn rocking the PA knits. That's what's up. Whack talk so bad about these dudes. Next thing they over there dick ride. I don't give a fuck what Doggy Diamond say about me and my family. I don't give zero fucks. You didn't have to. You didn't have to zap that, man. I know who I am, man. I'm the true and living man. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Go make another video, nigga. You ain't even monetized. You doing it for free. That's why you clinging to Whack 100. Now go make another one, my nigga. You ain't got nothing to talk about. You ain't got nothing interesting going on and shit. That's why you over there under Whack 100. You was out before. You was relevant before this nigga even came along. How you end up under him? You was Doggy Diamonds before this motherfucker even came along. Before he even became anybody. I'm speaking facts. Ain't no holes in my platform and shit. This is a machine over here. I'm in a class by myself. I'm in a class by myself. My situation ain't like the rest of these niggas and shit. It's not. These niggas need to pay homage. How could you compare us? This nigga be posting his Cash App. Cash App niggas and shit. Cash App niggas. He said Boston taking it this year. Deal with um deal with the 76ers first. And then we could talk about that. We see the work you put out. You don't just talk about random shit. Most people don't know D1, Rick Ross, and Meek Mill. You fucked that up. You need to use some commas, fam. Ain't nothing to clear up about Jim Jones. He was implying that someone would do some bodily harm to D1 for some of the things that he said. 7 figure says D1 is a crossdresser. So what? What he said was the truth. You didn't have to zap that. You didn't have to zap that, man. Sometimes these ignorant niggas need to be allowed to speak so they get the lesson. You didn't have to zap that. I ain't Eddie Sports. I ain't got no comment. That shit was just like some corny shit to me. Do anybody got any favorite songs off the Meek Mill and Rick Ross album besides the single Kobe and Shaq? Any other standout songs? He says D1 is a real one. Salute D1. They're afraid of the truth because they don't want to deal with it. He said, please touch on Doggy shit about Bird Gang putting hands on you doing the interview. That ain't never happened. That video was online for a long time. Never happened. Never took my camera, nothing. I uploaded the footage and everything. I don't care what he says, yo. Tell him to put hands on me. Tell him to put hands on me. Tell him when he done. Tell him to upload something. Upload something. How about that? There aren't any. That's the problem with the album. It's like okay, it's not good. It's like a mixtape. Power Network said, "No, that never happened at all. I had the actual DVD. It was on DVD. It was lied." You talking about the world famous PA Knit? This is my other company. This is Fashion Bomb Couture. This is who. This is where PA Knit come from. This company right here. This manufactures the PA Knit. So I switched it up and shit like that. You niggas are a running joke. That's something that you will notice a lot from retarded people and shit. When it's a bunch of them, they just sound loud and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just think about back when you was in school. Like you like, who's lunch? Who the fuck is them niggas over there and shit? Loud, retarded motherfuckers and shit. When they together, it's loud. But these niggas not Honeycomb Breezy is the fuck tripping, yo. He's tripping. He's tripping. He's tripping. He's tripping. He's tripping. I seen that last night. He tripping. You need to chill out. He said that when he came home, he said he was death struck. I believe he used that terminology. He said he home. Yeah, yeah, he home, and he immediately started to attack. What's his name? ESTG from the door. From the door, he called him cross dresser. Called him Blade. He called him Snitch. A bunch of other shit, but very, very aggressively and shit. This is his first time, I believe, being on the loose after the situation with his grandparents. Because I believe when the situation happened with his grandparents, he was on the street, but he was on the run. And this is like his first time on the streets since all of that happened. Black men, we need to stand with D1 and use this situation as a time for conversation, dialogue, real talk. Every black man is important to this discussion. Thanks for being a real one and standing on that whack 100 situation. Nah, I don't fuck with him. Whose projects was whack at in Brooklyn antagonizing them. He said, beef is funny, but the dope content, fam. Let me tell you something that Whack 100 and Doggy Diamonds probably got in common. Diabetes. Diabetes. He need to worry about that type of shit. You need to hurt the real Javon. I appreciate your super chat. He need to worry about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I could look at them niggas from across the room and tell them niggas is diabetes situation and shit. These are the types of motherfuckers that's hurling insults online and shit. Motherfuckers with health problems and shit like that. 25 push-ups to kill that nigga. Just a quarter. 25 push-ups to kill that nigga, man. Straight up. What's the other nigga? Queens Flip. Him too. Him too. Niggas can't do no fucking push-ups. That shit'll break them niggas in pieces and shit like that. And these, I don't care what you say about me, nigga. You look terrible in person and you ain't fucking nothing, my nigga. You ain't fucking nothing. Period. You can't do nothing but imagine what a fat booty bitch look like. You can't do none of that. Nothing. Say whatever the fuck you want. You ain't fucking nothing, nigga. Now, how about that? who cares what he says? Who cares what he says? He ain't no good at this profession. That was the only way that he could come back. My thing was he ain't no good fucking with Whack 100. That's what I said initially. He came back with insults. You can't insult me, fat boy. Wasn't you damn near 300-400 pounds at a point in time? That mean you got titties now. That mean you got titties now. It ain't nothing you could do about it. Making jokes. You look terrible, my nigga. Told y'all that, my nigga. Like, just like talking, a jock talking to one of them niggas that never, my nigga, you ain't never been on nobody's squad or nothing like that. Straight up, man. For real. So, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares what you said, nigga? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. So anyway, yeah, always got on some goddamn sunglasses and shit. Indoors. Weird ass shit, man. Corny shit. We gotta point out the corny shit, man. What the fuck? Take them glasses off indoors, man. Old folks used to tell niggas that. Boy, what you doing? Take them glasses off in the house. Hey, yo. I DM'd you when you was out here in North Carolina, let you know about vintage. Vintage fly gear going for $5 in Fayetteville at the store going out of business. I missed you. He said he lost momentum from getting too comfy on YouTube. Can't take nobody serious to be begging and shit. These niggas don't got no class and shit. Niggas be begging and shit, posting their Cash App. Cash App didn't even exist, a few years ago, many years ago. It wasn't even around. These niggas probably was just begging in person or waiting on the opportunity to beg. But I promise you, a lot of these niggas come here with intentions of begging. Straight up. This is why I don't come outside. It's weird all around the board. He said it's worse. Then they diss their audience and ask for money. I just told y'all he wasn't never on nobody's squad. That nigga never got picked, yo. Never got picked. Never was on the court running. Never started. Never wore a jersey. Just fucking mess. Mess of a man. Oh shit. He said, you hate to bring up you know who, but why is that on YouTube? Maybe you should super chat what you talking about. Maybe you should say it. It ain't clear to me what happened with Mark Jackson. I know this. He probably ain't gonna be no NBA coach no more. He just keep having conflicts with these people some type of way and shit. He's saying they fucking with him. Whatever. He said, how did Doggy Diamonds get on Drink Champs? Doggy Diamonds put in a lot of work. Legendary work. Deserving of Drink Champs. Today, that nigga washed the fuck up. Maybe that was the climax. That was the climax to his career. Once he got the Drink Champs, he felt, I did enough. Maybe that's what it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications when I'm in the building. Go to my website, therealdribble.com. What do you think about the cartoon picture he used to represent you? I don't care about stupid shit like that, man. You know how many bitches I got, man? What's wrong with you and shit? All nationalities and shit. Ain't nobody checking for no goddamn Doggy Diamonds, no Kareem Blizz Johnson. None of these niggas that y'all mentioning. They have it ain't no light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you, Pee Wee. Put the link to the website in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. What's wrong with these dudes, man? Huh? What's wrong with these dudes? Gotta be able to do better. He said, honestly, he sounded happy to be cool with Wack. He said, they mad they ain't got that or. Nope. It's gotta be frustrating. It's gotta be frustrating. I don't know nobody else's business. I just know how to conduct business, my own business. And I know all money ain't good money. I know Whack 100 ain't good money. Anybody with some sense know he bad money and shit. Like, why would you even take a call from him? This nigga talking about some. I be texting him, but he telling somebody else to call me. Doom, 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 doom. Meek should have capitalized off the D1 situation. That's what I was saying when I got here. I would have thought, based on all the notoriety and publicity about it, that it would have got a better reception because people like Maybach music. I like Maybach music. I like Rick Ross and Meek Mill together. But I ain't hearing nothing. I ain't hearing nothing. I just gave you some. Some lady that used to live across the street from us used to roll her eyes every day at my mom, used to laugh in her face. I don't know what the rest of these brothers did before this, but while during the course of this, they don't do much. So they forced into situations where they looking for a nigga to feed them and shit like that. So uh just because he's subservient to WAG 100 and I don't know what the fuck. I don't want nothing to do with it, man. And I told you already. I told the nigga back in the summertime. I told this nigga in private, I don't fuck with that nigga, man. I told him, the Brooklyn niggas, I said, y'all should stop fucking with him. Like, he's fucking with Mano. He's fucking with niggas. He done said some shit about Biggie. Like he's fucking y'all still fucking with him. I'm like, man, y'all need to leave him alone. Like all of y'all and shit. Just make y'all look bad and shit. And here it is to this very, very fucking day. You still fucking with the nigga. He said no integrity on Doggy's part. And mad that I pointed it out in private. I pointed it out in private. He said, yeah, that's crazy. You be texting him every day, but telling Doggy to hit you. That don't make any sense. He said he's losing his mind. I think that was Wag's way of checking your temperature. Doggy could have told him from the rip, he don't fuck with you, pimp. He told me he don't fuck with you. But he couldn't tell him that. He couldn't. Because I told him not to fuck with him and he continued to fuck with him and shit. Shanghai, get your dribble right. He said you never told him. He's lying. He's lying like a motherfucker. He lying. We had a whole conversation and shit. Doggy is Wax latest gopher. Guess these guys got to do the best, do what they do what's best for them in regards to like paying their bills and shit like that. But everybody ain't supposed to be here and shit. Constantine, he said he called me Mushmouth from Fat Albert. I think Mushmouth is cool. I think Fat Albert is cool. I'm very fond of all of that. All of that. I am. I like when Platinum Fubu came out with the Cosby Kids and shit. You found that funny, huh? That tickled you pink, huh? Corny shit. We grown men. He said, dog, you doing exactly what Crack 100 wants. Start controversy because he ain't got nothing else going on Clubhouse. I don't want to make this about him. This is about Meek Mill and Rick Ross album. He said, I had the Platinum Fubu Fat Albert tracksuit. I had a jean joint with a butter ass sweater in college and shit. Nah, I wasn't up St. Mike's. I was up Tressler and VQ. I was up Slayton for a day. He said all that name calling is pretty lame as grown men. I ain't got no insults for him. If I say something about him, it's the truth. I told you that nigga used to be like 300, maybe 350 or some shit like that. I think he got one of them surgeries and shit. I think that nigga done got something clipped up out of his motherfucking intestines and shit, and he shrunk up and one of them joints. You done dealt with all of that, man. You mud, man. Just go on about your business, man. Mr. Moore, I'm working on it. He said you've been all over the world. When you gonna visit Africa? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. They need somewhere feeding themselves. I'm telling you now. If somebody is begging on their channel, posting their cash app, you can just detect desperation and shit. You can detect desperation. You can. They're gonna do what they gotta do. He said, I get an album a solid 5 out of 10. Jeezy album was a little better. I didn't hear Jeezy shit. I don't think that I would be able to kick it to no Jeezy right now. I remember M. Rec back in the day kept Doggy as the cameraman because he said Doggy don't like being on camera doing interviews. He said it took a little while, but that Benny the Butcher and Lil Wayne is ape shit. I told you it was fire. Y'all like the video. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Gully TV 1. Jeezy rapping the same tune too. The rollout was worse than the Shaq and Kobe freestyle. That ain't gonna sell an album. Listen to all of these niggas coming in here talking about. He said this about you. Who gives a fuck? And if you know me, before you came in here to relay a message, you already know. I don't give a fuck. He said exactly why he didn't want to be on camera. He was big. I ain't got no mixtape. I got an album. It's on all streaming sites. Pillmatic 1, Pillmatic 2 on the way. It's on all streaming sites. Go to wherever you get your music at. Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Apple Music, Amazon, all of them joints. He said Jeezy's second half is like a therapy session. Lovely E, what's happening? Ito is my Sam Brock's brother. When Doggy said for you to swear on the Quran that Jim Jones told you to delete the video, that was funny as hell. That's not why I deleted the video and shit. I ended up meeting him with Unkasa. I ended up being around the Dips for a long time and shit. Sin City, all of it, you see it all on my channel. So some content like that wouldn't go with content of the present state of my relationship with all of them and shit. So that's why it's going. And it was poorly filmed. It was like it was a clip that was actually on a DVD. You want to know what happened? Ask Sin City from the Diplomats or ask Unkasa, one of them. That nigga Doggy Diamonds don't know shit. He ain't never been in no Chunk King studio. Not unless he was just, standing outside waiting for somebody to come out. He said, I remember that joint. You already know about 38 Special, man. That music be biblical and shit. He lied to y'all, man. Lied to y'all. Ask somebody that was there. Sin City's on Instagram. He talked to people. Hopefully, after this, hopefully I motivated him to get up and put out something potent. For real. Aside from that, when y'all tune in to these YouTube channels and shit, you probably gonna get more of the same bullshit. Like people reaction channels. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they wait for something to happen and start talking about it. Like, a lot of people probably talking about me and Doggy Diamonds right now. Aside from that, niggas don't got no boogie, man. They don't got nothing going on and shit. He said, he admitted your album is good. I didn't need his critique. I didn't need his critique. It was a whole bunch of legends on that first album. Whole bunch of dope ass videos came from that first album. I edited and I directed those videos on that first album. He ain't have to give up no motherfucking credit. Them shits demand credit. Look at the numbers on them. Ask him when he gonna put one out. When you Google my name, it don't say that I'm in media. It say that I'm a hip hop artist. It do. I just had it on a couple minutes ago. These is hoe catchers. I wish I had a two-way mirror so everybody that's in this chat could put on their knit at one time. He said that's why YouTube, along with other platforms, are getting rid of people doing or stealing content in January. I can't wait. I can't wait. He said a carrot knittage. This is the only channel where you can take info that applies to us from fashion to working out history as well. I appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you share these joints on Twitter. Pee Wee, thank you. He said, but you're not an artist. I'm an ASCAP writer. I am an artist. I am an artist. I'm on an album. I'm on Pillmatic 1. I was on an interlude or some shit like that. As Wordsworth's song was going off, I was on there talking and shit. I got credit for every word that came out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So once I registered to get paid for the words that came out of my mouth, it came to the search engine that I was hip hop artist when I'm actually an executive. I'm an executive producer. Word. He said the SLA piece is great. I've been waiting to lay that joint on y'all. For real. I notice a lot of New York cats be trying to go with the trend when they have nothing going on. He's just another one following behind whack, not pitiful. Indeed, I don't know, man. He said, "How could an independent album flop?" I think when people say that, the fact that that's all it's sold, and it was like a collaboration between Rick Ross, he's a big artist, and Meek Mill. If Rick Ross only sold 30 in the first week, would people be saying that he flopped? I'm asking y'all opinion. If Rick Ross was by himself and he only sold 30, 35 in the first week, would people say that was a flop for him? He said yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. If Meek was by himself, if Meek was by himself and it sold 30, 35, would y'all say that it was a flop? Would y'all say that it was a flop? They together. He said 30K is good for older artists. Age ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Age don't have nothing to do with it. It don't. He said, yeah, it's worse for Meek. So now do y'all see what I'm saying? He said it didn't perform well. His last album flopped. I had to break that down into fractions for you to understand what I was saying. He said they better stick to shows. He said Drake did 400,000. Is that lit? I think so. It's a couple alright pieces on that joint, nothing crazy. Meek isn't talented enough to switch up his flow. I gotta hear the album. I heard like 4 tracks on it. After Kobe and Shaq, it go like this for me anyway. They knew which single to put out. They always was good at choosing singles. They knew which one to put out. He said Soda ain't nobody checking for either one of those artists for real. I think together, I was checking for them together. I like the first single, but I'm just here to share with y'all the numbers. He said it seemed rushed. Meek got his own followers like most artists. Drake went gold. Meek and Ross can do better. They just got to get out of their feelings. Hip hop is on life support about the flat line. I don't know about all of that. I'm 31. I don't like hearing killing in music no more. You at that age where you should be about fed up. I'm pretty sure you done had some situations with people you grew up with, peers and shit. People are fed up, braggadocio, money, 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 and deaf music. He said that album sounded like it was made in 2015. It's a lot of great hip hop out still. I ran off a list of names several times on here. Just wait on Pillmatic too, though. I got you. I got you. I do. I ain't gotta address him. He's not doing well. He's not doing well. His channel ain't doing well. He's having a problem with originality. A lot of niggas that you see on this YouTube shit, they have a problem with originality. Think to yourself. Think to yourself. The average person that you see on YouTube, what do? They talk about what's going on, hip hop, gossip, like everybody gonna be talking about Will Smith. This is what because of that, it makes the whole shit very, very ordinary and almost corny that everybody is shaped that way. You feel me? So you got to do something to add dimensions to your platform. You know what I'm saying? These niggas don't got no dimensions. Word. He said, this music's so trash. I'm watching the old music, soul and hip hop countdown. There's nothing better. He said, when you up, you don't have time to hate. Rick Ross and Meek already home. Yes, Zip with the Drip is on the next album. Edo, Benny, Zip with the Drip, OT the Real, Mussolini, Jamal Gasol, Opioid Era, Smooth, Hush Kingpin. This niggas out here rapping, yo. Criminal God. This niggas out here putting out dope music. Don't get it fucked up. I ain't heard nothing much from the cloth. I don't know what's up with them. I told them they need to rev that engine up again. When your spirit right, definitely don't have time to hate on anybody. Nah, man, I just go in the gym and work out. I ain't got no method to it. I don't. It's a few others that I named, but those names that I named, those guys that I named primarily, and RJ Payne, some of the guys is putting out some, some heaters and shit. But you got to be on Twitter, man. I advise anybody that's taking their craft seriously to be on Twitter. Twitter is the only one that's a worldwide social media platform. What I mean by that is the coverage of it is a lot more. It's tied to Google and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you could tweet something and later go and Google what you said and shit, and it's tied into each other. So everything you say, it goes around the world, literally. And if you're using the hashtags correctly, if you're using the hashtags correctly, it's very, very effective. I noticed that unlike the original Twitter, it's called X now. Unlike the original Twitter, now you can tweet something, you got up to an hour, you can edit it. Whereas back in the day, once you tweet something, it's gone. It's gone. J Rock, I ain't doing that. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _. Follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. You already know. Hit the website. I appreciate y'all. One.